అంటే కలియుగం ప్రారంభమైన 41వ రోజున ఇక్కడ నమ్మాళ్వార్ వేంచేసి ఈ చెట్టు కిందే ఉన్నారు. 16 ఏళ్ళు ప్రకృతి సంబంధం లేకుండా, కానీ ఒక నీలి నక్షత్రంలాగా ప్రకాశిస్తూ ఈ చెట్టు త్వరలో ఉన్నారు. ఎందుకు వచ్చారు ఇక్కడికి అని అంటే, వారు మాకు భగవత్ సంతానం కావాలి అని ప్రార్థన చేశారు ఈ ఆదినాథుడి దగ్గర. ఇందాక మనం సేవించుకున్న స్వామి ఆదినాథుడు. అండ్ విత్ దట్ ఆదినాథర్ దట్ దే ప్రేడ్ ఫర్ గెటింగ్ చిల్డ్రన్. And as the blessing of that Lord, they got the child. But interestingly, the child was not responding to the nature. Response comes when the child cries. If the child doesn't cry, we make him cry. And then we feel happy. But if they do not cry, we start crying. So the parents were not happy. They thought the child is of no use, and they came to the Lord, and with your grace we got this baby, and he is not for the world, so you make use of this baby. They left the baby here, and then they just gone back. Interestingly, the baby was here in the cave of the tree for almost 16 years. Nearby there is a place called Tirukkodur, and there was a great scholar. Of course, he is a senior. He actually born in Dwapara Yuga, and he is called Madhura Kavi. And he went to North Yatra. North Yatra. Maybe we don't know whether he came to Badrinath, Muktinath or some other places, but he was staying in Ayodhya. During that night, when he came out of his place, he found a star, a bright star moving towards south. It was something surprising because stars do not move, but he found the star is moving. So he thought it is a kind of maybe hallucination. The next day also he saw the similar star is moving. Then he thought it is a message probably from somewhere, from the blue. Then he thought, let me follow the star and see what does it say. And then as he was walking through the star, along with the star during the night, day he used to take rest, night he used to travel. Many days he traveled almost from Ayodhya to this city, Alwar Tirunagari. This was Tirunagari, not Alwar, because the boy who was here under the tree did not become Alwar by that time. So it was Tirunagari, he came here, but Tirukkurugur. Yeah. Tirukkuradhanul ninna adittiran. So he came here, but he didn't see the star anymore here. Then he thought the star brought me here. Maybe here is something divine. It's a message sent by the Lord. Then he started inquiring the local people, what is something mysterious stuff which is here. Then they almost forgot the boy because he was not for any purpose. So they were not at all just thinking. Other things they said nothing. But finally they said, oh, there is something under the tamarind tree. So he came to the tamarind tree and he happened to see the boy so bright like a blue star. Whatever the star he saw there in the sky, he was just like that, shining. So he wanted to just talk to the boy. but the boy was not responding. And he wanted to know whether this boy is able to listen, able to speak, able to understand, and no clue at all with regard to that. But he wanted to give a try. So then he climbed the tree, carrying a big stone, kept a big box down, and then he just simply threw that stone on the box, which made a big noise. The baby then opened his eyes, which means he is able to listen. One who is able to listen will be able to speak also. One who is not able to listen, he may not be able to speak. Both are interconnected. So he found that the baby is able to hear. So definitely he will be able to speak also. Come on, let me give a try. And then he came to the boy when the boy was just playing. And he gave a tricky question, very tricky question. In Tamil, he asked, எத்தை தின்று எங்கே கிடக்கும், which means something born from a deadly body. What does it eat? Where does it stay? Did you understand the question? I think it's difficult to understand. But he thought I made a very tricky question. But the boy under the tree gave another mysterious answer. He said, "Attai tindru ange kidakkum." Eats that and stays there only. So that was the reply. Which means the body is made of the nature, baby also made of nature, takes form in the womb, comes out of the womb. The womb is also product of the nature. Everything is product of the nature. The food we eat also product of the nature. So taking birth from the body, which is a form of nature, we eat the same nature and we stay in the same nature. That was the answer the boy has given. Madhurakavi was able to understand that and said, this boy is not an ordinary boy. He is having probably divine infusion. So I have to take care of this boy and I have to get at least something knowledge from him. Then he started serving the boy. Little boy, as a matter of fact, born in the 4th caste, but his knowledge is par excellence, most superior. And hence, wherever there is knowledge, wherever there is great divine intuition, such person must be worshipped at par with God. Then the caste never becomes the criterion. Tasmai deyam tato grahyam sacha pujyaha yathahi aham is the word given by the Lord himself. So Madhurakavi was a very great devotee, believed in scriptures, and thus he started serving that boy. And interestingly, that boy was not eating or drinking, but whenever he woke up, he used to sing something. And after singing for some time, he used to just get into trance. Then he used to wake up after some time and then sing something like that. On and off, he used to come out of his trance and then was singing so beautiful, quaint essence of the Vedas. Madhurakavi recorded everything. Whatever he spoke, just he simply recorded. And each of the words, whatever he spoke, were all very, very divine. And hence he kept them preserved. The process gone for almost 16 years, like that. For almost 16 years. And then, of course, this person thinking of the lotus feet of Lord, and then he just gave up his worldly life. But all these people who are here, surrounded by him, taking the notes of whatever he was speaking, were very much upset. Because such a kind of divine things are coming from him, and he is no more means they were not able to bear with that separation. And then they went to the Lord Adinatha and said, "We want him, please." All they requested. Then the Lord said, "Look, this is the nature. Nature has a process. Anything that comes should go. So you do one thing. You take the water from the Tamraparni, the water, and then boil it. Then you get a nice Alvar Murti. And thus I can give you Alvar back." Then they processed like that. The Tamraparni water was boiled and processed, from where they got the Alvar Murti. That Alvar were consecrated again in the temple. So, whatever the Lord promised, I give you Alvar back, not in the form what you have seen, but I give you in a different form. So that is given to the devotees of this place. And then they were, of course, worshipping him in the temple on a regular basis. But unfortunately, what happened? The Prabandham, whatever, because he spoke almost 34 Divideshas, he sung about 34 Divideshas. And those Divideshas about whom he sung, they have taken those 10 songs, and in some places he sung 30 songs. So they have taken those songs and they were used to sing them in their own temples. But overall, the Prabandham what he has given, 1102 songs, that's gone. Because in one of the songs, while he was singing about the Tirukkannapuram, he said, "Maranamaki Vaihundam Kodunkum Piran." So when you sing these songs,